The Duck and the Kangaroo by Edward Lear. The poem elaborates the desire of a duck confined within the limits of the pond to go beyond and travel the world like the kangaroo did. The duck requests the kangaroo to take it on a trip and find a solution to the problems which the kangaroo would face. The theme of the poem. The poem gives an account of a conversation between a duck and a kangaroo. The duck praises the kangaroo for its ability to hop and visit places. The duck finds the pond boring as it has to stay there forever. The duck requests the kangaroo to make it sit on its back and go on a trip to places like Dee and the Jelly, crossing lands and seas. It praises that it would remain quiet and would only quack. The kangaroo replies that it will have to think over it because the duck's wet and cold feet may give it body pains, the disease of rheumatism. The duck says that it has made arrangements for the kangaroo's safety. It had got 4 pairs of socks which fitted the web-shaped feet well. Additionally, it would wear a clock to save itself from the cold weather and would smoke one cigar a day too. The duck loves the kangaroo and so wants to take precautions for its well-being. The kangaroo agrees to take the duck on a trip. It asks the duck to sit firmly and not to move. The duck sits on the kangaroo. Stanza 1. Said the duck to the kangaroo, "Good gracious, how you hop over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you," said the duck to the kangaroo. The duck is awestruck to see the movement of the kangaroo. It expresses that the kangaroo would hop continuously over the fields and water bodies, and it wants to do the same thing. The duck's life is completely a bore inside the pond, and the duck wanted to have some change in its life. So he wanted to accompany the kangaroo. It wished to see the world beyond the limits of the pond. It wishes that it could also hop like the kangaroo. Now, the rhyming scheme A B A B C C A A. Let's look into this. Now, line number 1, kangaroo hop, two different things. So we put it A. Then again O, the first and the third line repeats. So it's A, and the second and the fourth line repeats. So it's P. So A P, and the C, the D, pond, beyond. So we have C. And the last two lines U, kangaroo. So A. So the rhyming scheme is A B C A. The literary devices used here are alliteration. Good gracious, good GG, how you hop. Refrain, the use of a musical rhyming sentence throughout the poem. It's like more like a musical rhyming scheme, a rhythm. Said the duck to the kangaroo. It goes like that. Next stanza. Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through. And we would go to the Dee and the Jelly over the land and over the sea. Please take me a ride, oh do, said the duck to the kangaroo. Now here the duck is pleading, requesting the kangaroo to take him along with him so that he is able to see the whole world around along with the kangaroo. The duck repeatedly requests the kangaroo that he will take all the precautions and will sit quietly on its back. It promised that it would sit and won't do anything apart except a quack. The duck lists the places that he would like to visit, like the D and the Jelly Bolly, and it also adds that they would hop all over the land and sea and enjoy together. Now, the literary reviser used this alliteration: sit quite still and say. We have an imagination of the duck. So we can say it's an imagery of the duck also to move around all over the place. The rhyming scheme: A, B, A, B, C, C, B, B. Let's look into the lines. First line is back, second is kangaroo, different. So it's A, B. Then again it's quack. So A and A. The first and the third line go same. Then the second kangaroo and the fourth line is same. Now the jelly bully and the C both are same. So we have C and C. Fifth and sixth. Now seventh and eighth, Odu kangaroo. Sounds same, but it's more like the B and the B. Stanza 3. Said the kangaroo to the duck. This requires some little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck. And there seems but one objection, which is, if you let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatism, said the kangaroo. Now here the kangaroo is pretty ready to take along the duck, but he is quite clear and open in what he wants to tell the duck. He says that I'm quite open, I'm willing to take you along. But there's a problem. He speaks boldly and quite clearly that your feet are unpleasant. That is, your feet are not very good. They are not very comfortable. They are wet and cold, and this may give him rheumatism. So he is not happy to carry the duck because of its feet. So he makes out conditions. The kangaroo gives out conditions that this is the reason I don't want to take you. He says that I'll think over it. I'll look into it, your desire. Though it sounds to be good, but there is an objection, and that's the objection that the kangaroo gives, that it may give him pain because of his cold and wet feet. Now, the literary devices used here are alliteration, and we have a rhyming scheme of A, B, A, B, C, C, D, D. We have the first line and the second line, both of them are different, A, B, A, B, and then the third and the fourth line are more like A, B, A, B. So K, K on the first and the third, second and the fourth, and N. And the fifth and the sixth, bold, cold. Fifth and sixth sound same. And the last two lines, roo, kangaroo. So it's D and D. Stanza 4. Said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, and I brought 4 pairs of worsted socks which fit my webbed feet neatly. And to keep out the cold, I have brought a cloak, and every day a cigar I'll smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. Now here the duck is telling the kangaroo that I'm already prepared for the journey. I have already purchased 4 pair of socks. I'm ready to go. The duck said that as it sat on the rocks during the day, he overthought, and again he thought what to do, and so therefore he purchased the socks so that it fitted its webbed feet. In order to stay warm, it would wear a shrug and also smoke a cigar every day. The duck would do all to protect the kangaroo as it was a beloved for the duck. Now here we see that the duck is prepared for the journey with the kangaroo, and to make it a success he wants to make it sure that everything falls at the correct place. Let's look into the rhyming scheme. It's A B A B C C D D. So rocks, completely, socks, so rocks and socks, first and third line, completely, second and fourth line, completely, neatly. Cloak, smoke, so the fifth and the sixth line, and the seventh and eighth, true, kangaroo. So A B A B C C D D. The literary devices anaphora because we have two or more consecutive lines starting with the same words. So we have and to keep out the cold I brought a cloak and every day. So we have and repeating there. Stanza 5. Said the kangaroo, I'm ready, all in the moonlight pale. But to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. So away they went into a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times around. And who so happy? Oh, who as the duck and the kangaroo? Now here the kangaroo agrees to what the duck has done. The duck is ready with the pair of socks, the cloak, and with the cigar. And the kangaroo is very happy. He's getting a company to move around. I'm ready. In the moonlight pale. He's telling that though the moonlight is pale, but we will have a good time. Only thing that you have to do in the end is sit steady. Don't move around. Don't disbalance the whole thing. Sit quietly, sit steady, and you can sit at the end of my tail so that it will be quite easy. And away they went with a hop and bound, and as the kangaroo moves out with a hopping and a bounding way, they bounce around to move around the world 3 times. So the duck and the kangaroo all together in the end happy and around the world. The rhyming scheme is A B A B C C D D. So the first line, second line, and the third line ready, steady. So first and third spells the same thing. Pale tail. The second and the fourth line is same. So A B A B. Now bound round. So we have it as C C. And then we have who, kangaroo, D D. And here the rhyming scheme is A B A B C C D D, and the literary devices is alliteration. But to balance, ba ba, whole world, we have sit, steady. So many of alliterations there. So the kangaroo and the duck hops out to enjoy with each other's company. Thus, the poem The Duck and the Kangaroo deals with the significance of love for adventure. Adventure makes life joyful and worthy to live. The poem also deals with the theme of friendship. Friends who help each other not only give joy but also gives the experience of happiness, bonding and togetherness which is to be remembered forever. Thank you.